Being a recently married person means that I had a lot of vacation time. I only took 2 classes this semester because I wanted to make sure that the stress of the wedding wouldn't cause any problems, because over Christmas I didn't feel like I got a break at all because I had my wisdom teeth out and was doing wedding planning stuff. I thought I'd take a bit of a break, and the first couple weeks of the semester were really crazy. I changed my schedule like 3 or 4 times, which is the only time I've done that. I'm a senior. I finally narrowed down my schedule, and I had about a week and a half where I was used to the schedule, I was on top of my work, I had plenty of time to do what I needed. I was starting to finally get that rest or rejuvenation that I needed. But then I got hired on at a better job, so absolutely no complaining there. I'm not going to be looking for a job the rest of my time here at school. I wasn't entirely expecting to get the job. I was thrown into 20 hours of work. Then we went to get married, and we got married. That's important. We had our honeymoon, and we came back and stayed at my in-laws for a couple days and had our reception out here. And so by the time we got back, I had a lot of rest time and wasn't really ready to get back into things. It's kind of hard to get back in the swing of things, kind of painful actually. As I was getting back and I was thinking, I know I only have 2 classes, but I don't want to do them. I don't even want to be going to work right now. I just want to do my own thing. I was faced with a lot of thoughts of, oh well, you're just so lazy. What about the people that are taking all these credits and doing all this other stuff? Like, what about them? That's when I realized I think I'm just tired of working for someone or having other people create goals for me. Obviously one of my goals is to get a degree, and under that would be taking classes and doing well in the classes. Technically those are goals, but when I was thinking back to that week and a half of time that was really valuable to me, I was exercising, I was making videos, I felt more productive. I was doing those things that I'd always told myself for the last 2 or 3 years I want to do them, but I never could make time for them. It was really hard to want to get back into doing what everyone else told me I wanted to do. I really like both of the classes that I'm taking this semester, but even with that, there's something about having your own plan and not being on someone else's schedule, reading that schedule yourself, that was really freeing. I personally recommend a college education. It doesn't have to be at a certain school or in a certain subject. I do think you should reach for something somewhere. And I definitely don't think you should just give up on that either. Even if it's hard, you should really work towards it. One of the most important things that I've learned here at school is that I can do hard things. In the real world, you're going to have to do loads of things that you don't want to do. But something that school teaches you is, okay, maybe you have 5 things that you don't want to do, but 2 of them really aren't that bad. You don't want to do them, but you can do them well, or they're kind of fun, even though they kind of take up your time. One of them, you're just like, well, okay. And then the other 2 you don't want to do. It at least teaches you that you can do some things you don't want to do. Heck, you can do all of them, but some things you don't want to do end up all right. However, I am a senior, and if I weren't taking a minor, I'd be graduating this year. I'll be going on that super senior track for a little bit, and my husband is graduating in April. Also, for the most part, I've had the same group of friends the last 2.5 years. So they've all had senior syndrome, and then I've had some, and then they graduate, and then I don't. You see the picture here. So really what I think it comes down to is I've just been at school long enough, and I finally figured out in the week and a half that was so great what I think I want to do post-school. It's been such a hard process for me to figure that out. Now I'm like, okay, why am I doing all this other stuff? I know there's a purpose, but it's kind of hard to get into. That's when I realized I'm not lazy. As much as it might seem lazy by societal demands to be like, oh, I don't want to be involved in 3 different clubs and student film productions and take 16 credits and work 20 hours. There is a difference between being like, oh, I don't want to do anything. All I literally want to do with my life is watch Netflix and eat ice cream from a carton. Like, that's lazy, go learn something. But just because you figure out something that you want to do that maybe isn't in academia, maybe isn't a traditional job, doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. In fact, I think you should try to carve out time to do it, because that's how you're going to enhance your skills. That is what I'm doing right now. Anyway, that's my rant. To all of you like me, you're not lazy. I will keep posting videos. Stay tuned. It'll be really important. I don't know. It might be funny though.